Hello there, greetings to you and many thanks for joining us on Rwanda Television News tonight. We do hope you had yourselves a great and productive day. And now, this is what makes our top stories. Prime Minister Dr. Edouard Ngirente expressed the need for increasing life-changing programs and activities in East African community. Farmers in restored wetlands utilizing hybrid seeds that say that using these types of seeds as well as employing modern techniques of agriculture is the key to strategies that contribute to enhancing productivity. And straightly kicking off our edition, Prime Minister Dr. Edouard Ngirente expressed the need for increasing life-changing programs and activities in the East African community. The Prime Minister made the observations on November 29th while addressing the special sitting of the East African Legislative Assembly, EALA, on behalf of President Paul Kagame. Prime Minister Dr. Edouard Ngirente noted that the East African community registered a commendable progress in various sectors, but more needs to be done.
In this regard, the people of the East African community have high expectations for its governing bodies, especially in ensuring that the integration process brings positive and meaningful changes in their lives. Particularly, changes in favor of a community that is functional, accountable, and that put available resources to optimal use of benefit of all. These are the aspirations of the people you have the honor of serving. Therefore, timely and effective implementation of ESC projects and the program is a priority. This will boost intra-ESC trade, competitiveness, and ease of doing business across the region. Allow me to take this opportunity to acknowledge our community's achievements since the operationalization of the ESC Custom Union 18 years ago. The results are commendable and show a significant increase in intra-East African community trade from $5.8 billion in 2013 to $10.9 billion in 2022.
EALA MPs indicated that the development of the bloc should be viewed in the angle of trade and the movement of people between countries.
And I'm very happy to be here in Kigali, Rwanda, the cleanest city in the world, and hopefully when we form the United States of Africa, it will be the capital city of the United States of Africa. Because we want our community, the 300 million people plus, to be able to do business across this country, this community, and be able to move from one country to another one without being subjected into border issues and being subjected into visa issues. So we will be here to discuss issues of integration.
MP Fatuma Ndangiza from Rwanda reiterated some of the bills that will be discussed during EALA sessions. We will discuss the bill on pharmaceuticals because we need industries in our region. Rwanda took the first step to establish a vaccines manufacturing plant, and there's a lot we can learn from that. There's also another bill on farming, where we want to integrate our laws. We will also review the activities done in the region, including initiatives like burning single-use plastics in the East African community. EALA MPs are also planning to visit various activities in different sectors of environment, education, the industrial sector, particularly the Kigali Special Economic Zone. And moving ahead to other matters, experts in drone technology said that Rwanda will be the hub for this technology in the upcoming years due to investments the country is making in this particular field and the international partnerships that are cooperating, international partners rather, that are cooperating with Rwanda to develop this field. Olive Nete gives us the details.
Drones have become integral in healthcare, for rapid blood transfusion deliveries. In agriculture for spraying pesticides, they also play a crucial role in large-scale insecticide spraying, and additionally, drones are widely used in photography, videography, and tourism. Lambert Rudindana from FabLab and Jean-Claude Tuisenge, who runs the New Generation Academy for Drone Technology, are some of the entrepreneurs who show the opportunities in this field and the challenges still encountered.
There is different challenges we had before on our drone ecosystem. Well, it was really difficult to know, to differentiate which type of the drone you have, as we have different categories. We have the toys, we have the UAVs, we have recreational drones and different type of drones. So at the beginning, we had different challenges on how do you register a drone, as some of the key players in our drone ecosystem are the enthusiasts and hobbyists. So sometimes it's about try and fail. So you don't have like a specific size of the drone you are working on. It's kind of like you keep improving and updating, and sometimes you need to take a step backward. So at the beginning it was very challenging, but by now there's some good progress.
The government of Rwanda has prioritized the use of drones in various services, including the fight against malaria through spraying insecticides using drones. Some residents say this has been efficient in reducing malaria.
I have children and a wife. Within a year, some of my family members would be affected with malaria like 4 times a year, but now it is only once. Spraying pesticides has been beneficial.
Currently in Rwanda, there is a drone operation center located in Huye district, where an investment of 12 billion Rwandan francs is about to be made for drone testing, training, research and development activities. According to Rene Karisa, a researcher at the Rwanda Information Society Authority, there are opportunities brought by drone technology.
In the drone operation center, we have so many departments. So number one, it will be a department of hardware. People will be manufacturing drones. All kind of drones, quadcopters, and so many. All these are the kind of drones they'll be manufacturing. We will provide some of the raw materials to produce drones. That's the hardware part. There will be a software part. A software in terms of people developing these softwares to be used in the drones, because a drone will need a software to operate it. Number three, we'll also have another department of use cases. I talked about use cases, drone being used in health sector, in agriculture sector, in infrastructure, in entertainment, in tourism industry, environment, and so on. So all these applications will be developed by young innovators and startups and students and so on.
Rwanda also recently signed a loan agreement of 37 million euros, which is about 41 billion Rwandan francs, as a loan from the French Development Fund, which will be used in this field of drone technology. By 2025, this drone sector will contribute $127 billion to the global economy. Olive Nete, RTV News.
Residents who live near some of the mining sites across the country appreciate the government's plan of revenue sharing from the production generated by the minerals from these particular mines. Adam Squizera has the report on this.
This Nioville mining site in Gicumbi district is one of the mining sites here in Rwanda that are rich in gold mining, where it has contributed to 10% of this gold mining. Apart from that, it has also played a crucial role in improving the community's well-being.
We are very happy for this production generated by the minerals because we have got a health post center that facilitates us to access basic medical services. That's why we really appreciate the productivity and benefits got from the minerals extracted here.
Inyungu ni nyinshi kuko cyagiye twagendaga tugiye duhetse.
We used to walk a long way seeking medical services, but now we appreciate that we got a health post from minerals that are around us, which led to the construction of such a building.
According
to Rwanda Mines Gas and Petroleum Board, gold has generated over 1,115 kilograms, which are worth of $73 million. Adams Kwizera, RwandaTV News in Gicumbi District.
And moving ahead to other matters, farmers in restored wetlands utilizing hybrid seeds say that using these types of seeds and employing modern techniques in farming are key strategies that contribute to enhancing productivity. Olive Nete with the details.
In Nyagisenyi Rufigiza wetland, farmers are engaged in various activities that include soil preparation, sowing, adding manure, and more. Wamahoro Beatrice, who grows vegetables in this wetland, says that the adoption of modern techniques has not only simplified the farming process but also contributed to better crop maintenance. Before, we used to farm anyhow. We would plant cabbages without paving drips for irrigation. During irrigation, we used to do it while standing in the farm, but now it is done easily since we have an advanced technique. We are currently doing modern agriculture. Uwamahoro further highlights that the utilization of hybrid seeds has significantly boosted her productivity, leading to improvements in both her personal lifestyle and her family's well-being. The kind of seeds of cabbages we usually used were not productive, but since we started using hybrid seeds, we currently get enough productivity. And with this, I pay my children's school fees, and I also pay the community health insurance, and also get some money to save. Truly, my life has changed. There are also greenhouses in the wetland. The greenhouses are used to grow vegetables, utilizing hybrid seeds. According to Didier Gakuba, the owner of the greenhouse, these types of seeds increase the yield.
There are two types of hybrid seeds, those used on open field and those used in greenhouses. We use hybrid seeds, and as you can see, the trees of tomato are long. They keep growing, and we bend them for them to keep them growing and also to provide more productivity. As you can see, we have started to harvest some of the tomatoes, and in the 3 greenhouses, we have so far harvested 7 tons of tomatoes.
These farmers use well-prepared seedlings prepared in the shade net located in the wetland. These help to prevent diseases or pests that may damage the seedlings, which can also lead to decreased productivity. Eugene Saiman, an agronomist who oversees agricultural activities in the wetland, explains the importance of preparing these seeds in a modern way.
The number of seedlings that were damaged before plantation has decreased. Now the farmer remains confident that the seedlings in the seedling shade net are the ones he's going to plant. That is the first benefit. The second benefit is that these seedlings will not be damaged during planting because the roots of the seedling is well protected. But in the open field, sometimes during the transplantation, the roots would be damaged while trying to uproot them.
Farmers of the wetland find markets for their produce through the Horticulture in Reality Corporation, an agribusiness company of professionals in agriculture who were trained in Israel. Irabaruta Umuhire Basil, the senior agronomist at Horeco, explains how they support these farmers.
We technicians of Horeco, we assisted the company's farmers farming in this wetland. In the agricultural activities, we help them to farm in a modern way. We also assist them in finding solutions to various challenges affecting their productivity, such as diseases affecting crops. But we also assist them in finding markets for their produce, be it local markets or international.
In the wetland, various crops are cultivated, including vegetables and cereals. Notably, tomato farmers achieve yields ranging from 35 to 45 tons per hectare, cabbages 40 tons per hectare, green beans attain 11.5 tons per hectare, eggplants produce 15 tons, and cucumbers yield 20 tons per hectare. Olive Nete, RTV News.
On Wednesday in Kigali, the All Africa Baptist Fellowship gathering began. Pastors and church leaders from 39 African nations have gathered for this continental training event. Prominent American preacher and author Rick Warren indicated that with the highest Christian population, the African continent has the potential to lead the way for the entire globe.
Of the Christian church, I can summarize it in 3 words. It is young, urban African. Young, urban African. People are moving to the cities. We are going through the great shifting of the Christian church from the northern hemisphere to the southern hemisphere. When I was in there today, I told them 100 years ago, 90% of all Christians lived in Europe or North America. Today, it's the exact opposite. 90% of Christians do not live in Europe or North America. There are 400 million Christians on the continent of Africa. That's more Christians in Africa than there are people in the United States. People don't realize how big it is, And so it is the next generation that is exploding. We just heard that, for instance, just among one denomination, Baptist, that's one of many denominations, their growth in the last 10 years in Africa was over 100%, while it is actually shrinking in the United States and in Europe. So the future of the church, and the reason I come to Africa, and the reason I am an African, I have dual citizenship, I'm a Rwandan, I have my passport, okay, and so is because in Dabakunda, I love you, and I love Africa, and Rwanda can lead the way for Africa, and an African can lead the way for the world.
The All Africa Fellowship is a regional arm of the Baptist World Alliance established in 1982 to serve as a platform to unite, coordinate the Baptist organizations on the African continent for missions, evangelism, church planting, and so on. And to other matters, 120 youth completed their short-term courses in soft skills and various vocational skills needed in the labor market through the SOS Children's Village program, aimed at supporting the youth creation of 2,000 jobs for the young people in the next 3 years. Prince Mazi with the details.
The trainings given include tailoring, carpentry, electrical engineering, and others. Some of the trainees say that the skills gained will support them in their development. The companies that we got our internship into, and some of us even got jobs. These skills will support me in being able to communicate and be able to express myself in demonstrating my skills. The National Director of the SOS Children's Village, Jean Bosco Kwizera, demonstrates that this is one of the long-term plans they have for supporting the youth.
We have an ambition of achieving many more. We are targeting more than 120,000 beneficiaries in the course of the next 5 years, but this is one of the key programs, and with a lot of facilitation law, like the youth link I'm talking about, we can even have the secondary and targeted beneficiary, because this is a platform accessible by everyone. So with all that in mind, we cannot leave the role of employing young people to only government. That's why we believe it's very important for SOS as a responsible civil society organization and other civil society organizations, UN agencies, private sector. We can achieve more if collaboratively we all put our effort together and we work towards the government objective clearly and crystal clearly set in our NST strategy.
In the NST1 goals, the government aims at creating 1.5 million decent jobs by 2024. The National Youth Council demonstrates that the government established a collaborative system with the private sector by emphasizing and enabling the youth to benefit from opportunities found in public institutions.
We are expecting to make sure that we create more jobs in terms of skills development and actually aligning them with opportunities that are within the private sector and the government institutions. Having the collaboration with WASAC, and WASAC has been providing some opportunity to these young people. So, the boreholes of the WASAC that have been managed with the people, but some opportunity. So we have made sure that they have come up with the companies, registered in the RDB, and then we work with the BDF, make sure they have the startup capital, at the same time they can even have the equipment, leasing equipment, and then we make sure we transition these young students, these young engineers from school We accompany them to the opportunities, and we see if this also can be a very successful study.
The National Institute of Statistics of Rwanda demonstrates that in 2022, the unemployment rate was on 20.5%, a fact for strengthening the measurements aimed at creating jobs in Rwanda. Prince Manzi, RwandaTV News.
And that's all from us here at RBA's Rwanda Television News. On behalf of the entire news production as well as the technical team, many thanks for being with us. And up until next time, we wish you safe and have a great evening.